Hey there! Introduction to the new Scav Case video. We already done Intel, we already done Moonshine, and now we're doing 85,000 ruble ones. This one opens up, how much does it open up? From 2 to 5 items. And good luck to me, let's go and open up our first one. We got 3 items and a labs testing area. This is like 60k. Ooh, this one could be pretty good. And there's a carbon stack OD. Pretty much paid back for the 85k. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up a bunch of these, set a timer, and then the timer is going to beep on my phone. I come down, I collect it, and then I do it again. And when it comes nighttime, I'm going to go ahead and do folders with intelligence, because this is pretty much how much I sleep. Not really, I sleep like 7 hours. Alright, let me go ahead and explain a few things before I go off on a ramble and nonsensical conversation. First, how do I evaluate and price check these loot boxes? Well, during the time, I go ahead and keep a notepad of this. I sell what I can. Some items, for example, like weapons, I go ahead and strip them down for more profit compared to what I would get if I just sell it stock. And some items I maybe use, but I'm not actually pretty sure if I do use them. Other than that, do go ahead and enjoy. I pretty much cut up 100 of these loot boxes, scav cases, into about 5 seconds each. In my previous scav case videos, I used to pretty much just take the commentary I had during the time of recording, including raw reactions, but this time around I will not be doing that because most of them just had music in it. What happened was I would set a timer on my phone for 2 hours and 15 minutes, and then I would go and do IRL things, and as soon as that timer went off, I would drop everything and run back to my PC to collect, record the scav cases and sell, and I'll record again and then continue doing that. With this method, I was pretty much fully utilizing my day to the fullest maximum output. And I think that would yielded me, if I'm not incorrect, about anywhere from 5 to 7 85k cases a day. That was going on for a very long time. For example, I started this project about 35 days ago, and at the end, after I completed my goal, the efficiency pretty much dropped down by massive amounts, because without a goal, the motivation to keep doing these was pretty low. Even though I already accumulated about 100 of these scav cases, I can go ahead and create another one of these videos with the remainder. What the remainder scav cases are is, before I went to sleep or I had a long outing, what I would do is I would decide how long it would be. For example, if I went to sleep, I went ahead and activated the Intel case, simply because it was 5 hours and 20 minutes, I believe. And if I had to step out of the house or something like that for long periods of time, I would just go with the Moonshine, and that would have yielded me about a good amount of Moonshine and Intel cases throughout the time. Sometimes I would forget, but most of the time I wouldn't, until the very end of the days of this project. So let's see here. I decided I was going to do 100 scav cases because it was pretty much a bulky number. It was round and easily quote-unquote searchable, and even though I have much more of these clips, I went ahead and remained with my decision to keep with 100. Now, before I show you guys the calculated statistics of the loot and the price ratio of all these scav cases, I'm here to give you my personal opinion about these scav cases. When I first started doing these 85k scav cases, I was planning on just specifically doing them for money, because other than money, these 85k scav cases didn't actually provide any of the unique abundance of items that you would specifically farm otherwise. Well, to my realization after concluding the first 100, I realized that they don't actually kind of pay out very well. Seeing is that we made much less than I expected, and on top of that, we don't get any of the collector items as commonly as coming from the Moonshine, and none of the abundance of keys and weapons that we get from Intel. So these 85k ones are just like, hope you win, but not in the long run, stuff like that. So this was a giant disappointment to me. So I pretty much I had high hopes on this one because it's not like too expensive and not too cheap. It's like really in the middle, so you would expect like maybe a good 10-20% return on investment if you're not specifically looking for anything. When I think about this in hardcore terms, this might be viable for hardcore players, but I didn't individualistically look at each items and pretty much compare them to what an Iron Man or hardcore Iron Man would need. And so I pretty much just went off the value of money, which is pretty much the standard evaluation of pretty much every single player when it comes down to Escape from Tarkov. Is pretty much the value of something and the return, which is why, you know, you're pretty much your first or second thought when you go into a raid is to just get away with as much money as you can. If any of you are unsure of something that I said and want an in-depth explanation, leave your questions in the comment section and I will try to do my best to explain further. But if you're looking specifically for collector items, I would definitely still suggest you go ahead and stick with the Hatchling Moonshine, since they have the biggest spawn of all the scav cases that I've tested. I'm now wondering if I should do the 100 ruble case or the other ones, which I can't think of right now since I haven't played the game for about a week. Alright, so I went ahead and compiled all my data and made it very easy readable. As you can see, we are a couple $1 million, not $1 million, million rubles in the hole. But based on this video, go ahead and make your own conclusions if you want to run 85k cases, or if you don't want to run 85k cases, I'm not going to stop you and I'm not going to force you. But for me, I'm not going to do any more of these because hot damn, that's not good. And Snecc loves money, but 85k cases don't bring Snecc money. Alright, that would be that for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed that and my ramblings and the scav cases, and subscribe for more videos. I do video series and stuff like that, and I hope you guys enjoyed our day and have fun in Tarkov. Bye bye now.